and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year. Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried.
They're playing. I just.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like just out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world.
Yo, what the fuck did Puff just say?
Alright, let's get into this explosive rumor. Usher possibly suing Diddy for assault. Now, the streets are talking about how Usher spent his early teenage years under Diddy's wing, and it's starting to look a little suspect. Usher was just 13 when he got involved with Diddy's wild lifestyle. And let's be real, we all know Diddy's mansion has seen some freaky things go down. People have been raising eyebrows for years about what exactly went on behind those lavish mansion doors, and now it seems like Usher might finally be speaking out. According to the chatter, Usher could be gearing up to sue Diddy for alleged assault that happened during his time at the mansion. There's speculation that Usher was exposed to all kinds of wild, inappropriate behavior from a young age, the kind of stuff a 13-year-old should have never been around. If these rumors are true, it adds a whole new layer to the already scandalous history between Usher and Diddy.
In this lawsuit, this girl that was 17 at the time, she say that, I guess her and Diddy was having relations and he couldn't get off. So he was complaining to her one time that, he couldn't get off, and for him to get off, she had to pinch his nipples real hard for him to get off. Yeah, man, this lawsuit is wild, man.
She should have had on white polish, fingernail polish. No, man, we shouldn't be laughing about that, man, because she is a victim. You know what I'm saying? She is a victim, man, and if this is her victim story, we got to be more, I think, more compassionate. She was 17 years old at the time. She was fascinated by that whole thing, getting on a G4, G5 jet. You understand? And what was her parents, man? What was her daddy, her mama? They didn't miss their child. She didn't come home that night. I don't know, man. I can't fathom the whole idea, man. But it's crazy.
When you hear about this stuff, right, like the 17-year-old girl saying that, Diddy, he couldn't get off unless she pinched his nipples real hard. And you got Cassie saying that, he'll make her look up BBCs and he like to masturbate while she get bathed by BBC. You not surprised when you hear about this stuff, right?
Bruh, I knew about the butt plug fetishes because I saw that with my own eyes. I knew about him and Kim being swingers with other people, whether it was another male or another woman or a male and a woman together. I saw that with my own eyes. You got to realize is that after 2005, I didn't see anything that Puff was doing or what he didn't do. Puff had got addicted to opioid, and being addicted to those things bring other drugs on. I seen Puff smoke a cigarette. I never saw him smoking a cigarette. He was on the beach smoking a cigarette on YouTube. Then I seen him, smoking weed and drinking. I was like, that ain't the Puff I know. Drinking like he was and doing all like that. And that ain't the Puff that I knew. You understand what I'm saying? You got to realize he had a certain respect around me because I was his OG from the same gang. You understand? And he knew I was law enforcement. He knew I didn't play certain things. So he ain't gonna do what he do around other people in front of me because he knew I'm gonna check him on that. But what you trying to do? So to say that what he's being known for with Cassie, I can only equate to some of the things that I seen him and Kim go through. You understand what I'm saying? So people get mad, but it is what it is. I can only equate his actions like that.
Crazy, man. So all this stuff about him having fetishes is true.
Oh, no doubt. Especially if he getting butt plugs in different flavors.
But speaking of butt plugs, right? I remember some years ago, Cameron, he did an interview and he told a story about how he went to Diddy house with mates.
Yeah.
And he found the dildo in the sink.
I think that was crazy. I think that was out of, and then Mace said that was Puffs. I think he said Mace said that was Puffs, but Mace was in the bathroom with it. I don't know what that was all about, man, but that was real weird to me. That was crazy.
Crazy, man. But before we get off of that, right, I remember you told me a while ago that, Mace, he used to live with Diddy, and he know a lot of stuff about Diddy that a lot of people don't know.
Man, it's a lot of stuff that Mace and Usher know that they ain't telling about Diddy. There's a lot of stuff that they know. Can you imagine, bruh? Can you really imagine?
What you mean by Usher, though?
Usher used to stay with Diddy, too, when he was younger.
The thing is, people have been wondering for years what really went on between Diddy and Usher. Usher himself has dropped some cryptic hints here and there about his time with Diddy, but he's never really come out and told the full story.
These little motherfuckers scared. The Megan, she's bringing new. What you doing?
Damn.
New? Yeah, well, everybody always saying something new. Just like Will Smith sitting there, Illuminati, save me. I'm going to do this live ritual. And pray to God that they let me back to the Oscars next year because I'm tired. I'm tired of being played out. Like, all of this is weird. Weird. And it's just, it's the symbolism. It's all of that. I'm tired of Usher. I wish somebody would come out and just sue him. Like, we need Usher. No, we do. We need a victim to come out and be honest about him. Because what I'm realizing is that he's going to fake the funk into the victim, man. He's just going to keep on sucking the devil's. And I don't know, like with a baby, that pacifier, sometimes you got to pull it out. You know what I'm saying? And take it away. Right? When the babies used to sucking on the pacifier. That motherfucker gonna keep sucking on that shit until you do what? Till you take it out the mouth. Now it's gonna scream and holler, but eventually it will get used to the fact that his mouth is no longer full with that object. And that it's time to just, learn how to live without it. He been sucking on Diddy's dick a long time. It's time for him to learn how to make this thing happen without the devil's dick in his mouth or ass.
You don't think if he sued, he'll just Lil Woody the situation and I don't recall? I don't recall.
No, because I think if a victim comes out against Usher, it'll show how egregious this shit is. Because if he can be a predator, then anybody can be a predator.
Can't smile in your face the whole time.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, people look at Usher, they don't see that. They're not seeing the victim. They're not seeing that boy that got rushed to the hospital. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute. And his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. What kind of fucking asshole do you gotta be to take another boy, another talented boy, and put him in your place so it ain't gotta be you no more? Because that's what pedophiles do. They get victims, and then once they get to a certain age and they get too old for them to enjoy them, they send them out to go get other young kids. Now, if Usher is a procurer, and if Usher knew what was gonna happen to any of those young children that he took to the Flavor Freak off, is he a good guy? Especially considering what happened to him, especially considering that he sat Howard Stern, and Howard Stern said, would you send your kids to Puffy's Flavor Camp? And his immediate response was, hell no! So it's good enough for everybody else's kids, but it's not good enough for yours. Yours are just good enough to die in Lake Lanier with no real investigation. Got it? Like, these aren't good people!
Oof. Oof. All right, Jeff.
He's not good! He's a... And the simple fact that fucking Justin Bieber literally made a public statement and said, Usher asked me to do the Super Bowl with him and I turned it down.
Run for the hills.
Why would he turn it down?
But with Diddy's recent legal issues and more skeletons coming out of his closet, folks are asking if Usher was also a victim of Diddy's power and influence. Did Diddy abuse his authority and manipulate a young, impressionable Usher? And is Usher finally ready to take legal action after all these years? Let's not forget, this isn't the first time people have whispered about Diddy's questionable relationships with the young men around him. The rumors about his freaky mansion parties have been circulating for decades, and Usher, being one of the youngest to ever get wrapped up in Diddy's world, is raising serious red flags. Usher was just a kid when he was thrown into the fast life with Diddy, and if Diddy really did cross the line with him, it could be the final nail in Diddy's coffin. Usher suing Diddy for assault would be a massive development in an already ongoing train wreck of legal trouble for Diddy. The question is, will Usher come forward and spill all the tea? Or will Diddy try to settle things behind the scenes like he's done so many times before? Like, subscribe. We need to get to that 1K subscribers soon. Y'all, thanks for watching, and we'll be back with more breaking news.